Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Dita Pia Junika Putri. My ID number is 3321010 and I'm from class 33.68.01 and I want to presentation about Applied Linguistics Project 1. And let's go to the presentation. Definition of Applied Linguistics. Applied Linguistics doesn't lend itself to an easy definition, perhaps because, as Vivian Cook remarks, Applied Linguistics means many things to many people. This absence of certainty is much bemoaned by those who practice Applied Linguistics, but the lack of consensus can be found in other academic enterprises, especially thus in the humanities and social sciences, where fragmentation is rife, sometimes acting as an escape from disagreement and entranced epistemological disputes as to the nature of the enterprise. As of 1980, broad agreement was achieved among the major practitioners in the field that Applied Linguistics. Number one was interdisciplinary, drawing on a multitude of disciplines including psychology, sociology, and pedagogy, as well as theoretical linguistics. Number two wasn't limited to language teaching but included a broad range of fields including lexicography, stylistics, speech pathology, translation, language policy, and planning, among others. Number three, perform a mediating function between theory and practice. To these three characteristics, we should add that Applied Linguistics is problem-based and brings linguistic insight and analysis to bear on practical issues of language use situated in time, place, society, and culture. So many EFL learners might have probably taken some courses in psycholinguistics, sociolinguistics, multilingualism, and some others where the word linguistic or apply have been mentioned. According to Smith and Chelsea Murcia, AL use what we know about A. Language, B. How it is learned, and C. How it is used in order to achieve some purpose or solve some problem in the real world. Smith and Chelsea Murcia note that traditionally the primary concern of AL have been second language acquisition theory, second language pedagogy, and the interface between the two. According to Davis and Elder, note the following about AL. AL is, in our view, a coherence activity which theories through speculative and empirical investigation real-world problem in which language is a central issue. Story of Applied Linguistics. The term Applied Linguistics, which refers to the application of linguistics to the study and improvement of language teaching, language learning, language planning, management of language defects, communication between groups, lexicography, translation, etc. Its origin to U.S. language teaching programs during and after the Second World War. According to Graebe, please see complete online reference at the end of the unit. It was largely based on Leonard Bloomfield outline guide for the practical study of foreign language, which was said to be influenced by the early European advocates of the direct method, in particular according Henry Sweet. The history of applied linguistics can be discussed in different countries as noted by Graebe in the next paragraph. In America, in 1948, a conference was organized by Charles C. Fries, supported among others by Kenneth L. Peake and W. Freeman Tweddle at the University of Michigan to disseminate information about work at Frieze English Language Institute. At that conference, a quarterly journal of applied linguistics was started. In Britain as well, a school of applied linguistics was established by G.C. Cartford at the University of Edinburgh in 1956, and the Center of AL was set up in Washington, D.C. under Charles Ferguson in 1959. It has been noted that similar institutes have been set up in various parts of the world. Great note that National Association of Applied Linguistics came together in 1964 to form the Association Internationale de la Linguistique Appliquée (AILA). This association holds a 4-yearly international congress with public proceedings. Davis and Elder comment on the symposium held at the American Association of Applied Linguistics in St. Louis in the year 2001, where the history of applied linguistics was considered in 4 different countries. Angelis, discussing the USA, proposed a 4-fold division. 1. Of the history since the 1920s. The history was summarized thus: AL in North America does have identifiable roots in linguistics. Number 2. While North American AL has evolved over time in its orientation and scope, so has North American linguistics. 3. A significant amount of work directed to real-world issues involving language can be attributed to leading North American linguistics. 4. Much of what can now be seen as groundbreaking applied linguistic type activity was carried out prior to the formal appearance of applied linguistics. There was a gradual move away from the central focus on linguistics. Angelis notes that until the 1990s, there were a lot of language activities without much reference to linguistics. It was much later that scholars saw the need to link all this language activity to linguistics in terms of their application. McNamara points to a different tradition for Australian applied linguistics in contrast to the ones for UK and US. To McNamara, Australian applied linguistics made AL of modern linguistics as target of immigrants rather than English. The application of linguistics to the development of teaching materials and writing systems for Aboriginal language was also focused on. The Australia tradition of AL shows a strong influence of continental Europe and of USA rather than of Britain. English came in the context of mother tongue teaching and teaching of English to immigrants, English as a second language. The English as a foreign language British tradition got to Australian in the 1980s. Scholars have noted that the important thing about AL in Australia is its concern for language in education, but with regard to new migrants' language and literacy in English. The British Association of Applied Linguistics was formally established in 1967 with the aim of advancing education, fostering and promoting by any lawful charitable means the study of language use language acquisition and language teaching, and the fostering of interdisciplinary collaboration in this study. Davies notes that the British tradition represented a deliberate attempt to establish a distinctive applied linguistic. Davies notes that it was taken for granted in the 1916 and 70s that AL was about language teaching. Over the last 30 years, it became clear that those studying English language teaching had already studied aspects of linguistics. Lewis notes that AL is trying to resolve language-based problems that people encounter in the real world. To Davies and Elder, AL has grown quickly and it is flourishing with academic position, academic departments, international journal, and an international association. Davies and Elder commented on Widdowson's distinction between linguistic applied and applied linguistic. Thus, the difference between this mode of intervention is that in the case of linguistic applied, the assumption is that the problem can be reformulated by the direct and unilateral application of concepts and terms deriving from linguistic inquiry itself. That is to say, language problems are amenable to linguistic solutions. In the case of applied linguistic, intervention is crucial, a matter of mediation. Applied linguistics has to relate and reconcile different representations of reality, including that of linguistics without excluding others. Davies and Elder note that the linguistic applied view derives from the coming together of two traditions: one, the European tradition, which was exported to the USA through scholars such as Roman Jacobson, and the North American tradition of linguistic anthropological field work, which required the intensive use of non-literate informants and the linguistic description of indigenous language for cultural analysis. Scholars such as Bloomfield and Robbins thought that if a teacher understands the use of linguistics as a scientific method in language presentation, his or her work will be easy. Davies and Elder believe that AL looks at words beyond language in an attempt to explain and solve social problems, while linguistic applied looks inward, not to solve language problems in the world, but to explicate and test theories about language itself. To them, this means that LA use language data to develop our linguistic knowledge about language, while AL studies a language problem with the intention of correcting them. Some subfields of applied linguistic cramps series in Davies that the field of AL includes, beside L1 and L2 acquisition and the SLA-related fields mentioned previously, such areas of research as communication in the profession, communication disorders, language and the media, language and the law, language policy and planning, translation and interpretation, language and technology, stylistic and rhetoric, literacy, discourse, and conversational analysis, and sign language research. What binds these rather disparate areas of research under the rubric applied linguistics is the focus on the relationship between psycho and sociolinguistic theory on the one hand and social practice on the other, as they relate to the acquisition and use of language in various contexts. Below are the commonly regarded subfields of applied linguistics as not grape. First, second language acquisition. Second language acquisition theory deals with the range of variables, in particular, age of immersion, a quantity of input etc., which may interactively determine the level of ultimate attainment. Second, language assessment and testing. Language assessment plays a gatekeeping role in terms of the function they reserve for institution and the corresponding preparedness of institution to invest in their development and validation. It has always involved the development and implementation of frameworks for describing students as progress in language learning over time. Third, language policy and planning. The practical nature of language planning deals with the analysis of policy making in contexts where language is a part. Language problems always arise, which could involve rival interest reflecting relations among ethnic, political, social, and bureaucratic and class grouping. Language policy and planning research then draw on knowledge for beyond linguistics to solve such problems where necessary. Fourth, lexicography. Lexicography is important and integral part of applied linguistics in second or foreign language learning and teaching at all age and level of education. It is concerned with the writing and study of dictionaries for first, second, and foreign language education. It also involves mono-B and multilingual works and general children's school, college, and specialized technical dictionaries. Number 5, this is the use of more than two languages with a speech community. Applied linguistics deals with the sociological, psychological, attending problem etc., and the implication of this language on the speech community. Okay guys, that's all for my presentation about Applied Linguistic Project. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Bye.